Hey, Miss Blevins. So I would like to show you right now my vision project. So basically, I made a T-shirt. Look at how cool it is. It's about my size too, so I can actually even wear it. And it's a T-shirt of the human body. So it's really about the insides of the human body, the anatomy of a human. That relates to my intended career of becoming a doctor, as you do know. And I don't really know what I want to study in the future in terms of being a doctor. I'm interested in here. Actually, let me just restart. I'll just tell you everything the way it is so that it makes clear sense as to what I intended to do for my vision in 5 years. So anyways, here we have the lungs right here. And the lungs represent, to me, freedom. They represent opportunity, and they represent an opportunity to basically prove that you're alive because you're able to breathe through your lungs. So I chose the lungs as education. And here next to the lungs, you have the heart, and the heart is your vitality. So I chose my spiritual journey in 5 years. If we go down a little bit more, we have the kidneys. Sorry, not the kidneys. Here are the kidneys. We're talking about the liver here, which is actually the second largest organ in the body. Third largest. First is actually skin. Second is the stomach. And third is the liver. And the liver basically filters, detoxifies all the toxic chemicals, and basically its purpose is to do a lot of things. It's supposed to clean you, protect you, and keep you safe, and circulate blood throughout your body. So the purpose of the kidneys is multifaceted, so that's why I chose friends for kidneys. And here, finally, we have the stomach, right here. And I chose the stomach as family because, honestly, I think the stomach is where I put my food, and that makes me the happiest. And family is the most important thing in my life. So, put it as the stomach, not the heart, funnily enough. Anyways, so here we have the lungs, and as I said, they represent freedom and opportunity, which I think education provides me. I'm applying to UCLA, UCI, UCSD, Brown University, U Chicago, Washington University, and I'm missing one, UC Berkeley. So a lot of UCs and a lot of privates. So I want to become a doctor, like I said, and I was alluding to this earlier. I want to study either A, neurology/neuroscience, which I think is really interesting. So here I drew a neuron with the axon, dendrites, and the synapse here. I drew a brain for neuroscience. Here I drew an action potential curve. And yeah, it's a bunch of neurology stuff. Here I also want to study immunology, which I think is very fascinating, especially since my brother is also doing it as well. So here you have helper T cells, the cytotoxic cells. You have the beta cells. You have the here you go, macrophages. So yeah, it really fascinates me, biology, and I really want to dive into that and study it. And I think I put UCLA here because honestly, I don't know what college I want to go to, but UCLA provides a lot of opportunities for research, which has fascinated me because I also want to do research. So here we have the heart, and that represents my spiritual journey. And spiritual journey, I'm not that religious. I was raised as a Catholic, not religious, ironically enough. And I just kind of want to find some balance in my life. That's why I do hourglass and some time management skills. But I also want to be on the run. I also want to keep moving. And I think that's kind of like, you can see it as a conflict because like, you want balance, but you also want to be like kind of in this journey, this exploration. But I like to describe it as this hand signal, which is like the Italian signal for fine. And I do want my life spiritually to be at that point fine, like where I'm still exploring things, but I'm okay with like dealing with adversity. I'm okay with not knowing everything. So there's balance in the journey too. And here I drew my emotions. I like to be more tuned to my emotions. I drew my duck here, Damity. Damity. Anyways, so 4-minute presentation, but it's a video, so. Anyways, here we move to the liver. So I drew 5 friends here. I drew Michael Yamaguchi, I drew Joey Kling, Clarissa Cabrera, Sarah Murphy, and my friend Aiden and Adrian. They go to a different school. So again, yeah, I drew like each one of them and what they mean. I won't go through that, but I basically want to show you that I chose my kidneys as my friends because I think they help keep me clean, they help keep me in check, they help circulate the blood throughout my body that is my life. So my friends really mean a lot to me. Just like my livers mean a lot to me. They mean a lot to everybody, but. And here I want to show you that there's 2 parts of the liver. And I want to make the point that here, it's my high school experience, and it's being filtered into the smaller part, the liver, where I want in college to grow to be having more friends, but also like a more like tightly knit group of people. I think in high school, a mistake I did was I kind of branched out too much and like I kind of spread myself too thin, like even socially. So I'd like to kind of like dim it down when I go to college. And finally, we have the stomach, which is my family. And I love my family. I love the food we cook. I just drew a lot of my family members here and like the foods they cook. So we got some funny ones. Like you have Bryant, my cousin. He always brings Popeyes to the family reunion, which is obviously amazing. Like truly good Chinese food. But here also just like my family members in general. And my brother and my mom. Yeah, you know. And here's a road trip because I plan on going on a what's called adventure with them in 5 years to Yellowstone again. I would like to revisit that. But basically, I just see myself, in short, attending a university in hopes of becoming a doctor and trying to enter med school. That's what my lungs symbolize, and my two primary interests in biology. Spiritual journey, I want to grow to become more balanced, but also find some sense of clarity and the desire to learn more things and find new things and experience new emotions. Here for my lungs, I see my friends as staying consistent, but also changing. I know that sounds kind of like at conflict. I still see myself as being friends with them. I still see myself seeing a lot of like old parts of them, but also how they changed. And I want to keep that, as I showed here. I want to keep that. I want to grow closer to them, but also grow closer to my new friends. And that's what I see for my friends in my future. And for my stomach, finally, I just see my family as really just doing the same things that we always do, eating traditions, eating great food, gathering together. That's why I love my family so much. That's my vision project. Thank you so much.